Hey, so the second Fiesta mission theme is technology, and my mission for this month is retro review, where I get to review a piece of technology that is at least 10 years old. Now, before I get into that, I want to give you a couple of the features on the Fiesta that kind of highlight its technical savvy. Because like with most cars today, it needs to be technically advanced because the individuals who are going to be using it demand it. One of the great pieces of technology that the Fiesta has right now is voice recognition. So for example, right now, I'm sitting inside my car. It's a little warm outside, so I want to cool the car off. So if I don't really feel like messing with all the dials and getting the temperature just right, this is all I have to do. Temperature.
Temperature, please.
20.
Temperature, 20.
And the car automatically kicks on and gets the temperature down to 20 degrees. Now, for those of you that are thinking 20 degrees is pretty cool, well, that's 20 degrees Celsius. Because, you know, in England, they got to figure it out that 0 for freezing is a lot more intelligent than 32. But I digress. So we'll see in just a moment as I head inside to check out this amazing new video game console that I just got. Hey there! So what you see right here is the Darth Vader edition of the Atari 2600, which was released in 1982, and Star Wars fans everywhere rejoiced. Now, the Atari 2600 really truly was the first video game console to use the cartridge concept, which allowed for individuals to change games without having to change their console. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a look at some of the features of the first Atari 2600, which truly revolutionized what today has become a billion-dollar video gaming industry. Now, with the Atari 2600, we have our joysticks. Now, our joysticks are unbelievable when it comes to technology. They move up, they move down, they move left, and they move right, and you have a firing button. I mean, really, how amazing is that? Then we're going to move on to the console itself, which has several different buttons. Not only can you change the option of your channel, which channel you actually want to watch it on, whether you want it on channel 2 or channel 3, that's totally up to you. You've got your power button. You've got your color or black and white TV, because back in those days, a lot of people, they still had a black and white TV. You have your cartridge center right here, which is where the actual games go. You would turn your game, place it in, and then all you had to do is turn on the power button and voila! Video game in your home. Over here we have the select button. Now, several of the video games actually had various versions that you could play, whether it be a 1-player versus 2-player, whether it be 1-player versus the computer, or in this case versus the Atari. And then right here was your reset button, which was your best friend, because whenever the game wasn't working right, you just hit the reset button a few times and hopefully it would take care of itself. The first game we're going to play is the game that comes with the console, which is the game that got Atari onto the market, and it's simply called Pong. This is the game that really truly started to get people interested in video games, and Atari was able to make enough money to start working on this console. The basic concept is simple. You got one rectangle over here, another rectangle over here, and a square ball in the middle. Your goal, don't let the ball get past your little pad. Now, here's where the difficulty comes into play, because you can change the difficulty. See, when it's on A, the paddle is much smaller. When it's on B, the paddle is much bigger, making it easier for you. That, ladies and gentlemen, is cutting-edge technology. So ready? Here we go. We hit the start button. I am amazing. Now, sports, of course, is one of the things that you see all the time today. You've got EA Sports, you've got, Madden football, all these other games that come out every year. But it all started with games simple like basketball. Now, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable. This gaming console is so cutting edge, it's literally like you're playing a real game of basketball. I mean, seriously, who doesn't look exactly like this when they're playing a little one-on-one? In the early 80s, as Atari became more and more popular, everyone was talking about playing. And then a little company called Nintendo got into the mix, and a little tiny guy named Mario showed up. And ever since that, Atari has taken a backseat to some of the other big gaming giants. So as you can see, like with any technology, it all starts somewhere. And literally, the billion-dollar gaming industry can really honestly say that it got its infancy and its birth right here with the Atari 2600. So next time you're playing a Mario game, Sony, PlayStation 3, a Wii, any one of those games, remember the Atari 2600.